Okay, so start to find that stillness, start to settle in. Good. And ideally, we have a nice long spine while we're meditating. So lengthening the spine. Spine can be supported by something. You could even be lying on the floor if that's what your body needed. So with a nice long spine, beginning to invite some relaxation into the body. Let's soften the forehead. The forehead smoothing out, relaxing. Inviting the eyebrows to relax. Inviting that space between the eyebrows to relax. Softening the eyes and all the little muscles around the eyes. Moving your attention to your jaw and inviting your jaw to really release and relax. Maybe the mouth drops open a little. And you might notice that sometimes when we relax one area of the body, another area tightens up. I'm just noticing as we move down the body, if this happens, just acknowledging it and inviting whatever area is tightening up to soften as well. Relaxing the neck. Feeling that relaxation move over the shoulders releasing. Relaxing down both of your arms into your hands. Inviting the chest to relax. the stomach relaxing. Relaxing the sides of the body. And relaxing your back. Just using the muscles you need to sit up and really inviting everything else to soften. Relaxing the butt, the hips, and the pelvic area. Relaxing down both of your legs. And down into your feet. Maybe revisit the shoulders, the jaw, the eyebrows. Has anything tightened up? And can you invite it once again to soften? Allowing yourself to be open and available. Good. So now we're going to keep the attention on the body, and it's very normal to get pulled into thoughts, so that's probably going to happen at some point. And all you're going to do is just gently bring your attention back to the body without judging. So moving attention through the body, just start to notice what sensations are arising in the body. There's a sensation of breathing, sensation of your heartbeat or blood in your veins. Maybe sensations of digestion or of hunger. Maybe sensations of sleepiness. Perhaps there's aches and pains from sitting. There's the various relaxed sensations in the body. An itch here or there. There also may just be sensations of pressure, contraction, tingling, warmth or cold. You also may notice emotional sensations, sensations in the body that seem to have an emotional flavor to them. And for most people, these are noticeable in the face, the throat, the chest, the stomach, but they could be elsewhere. And these could be pleasant or unpleasant emotions. You don't need to know what the emotion is or why it's there. In fact, when you get pulled into thinking about it and figuring it out, just come back to the sensation itself. So I went through a lot of different sensations that you might be experiencing. Some of them you definitely are experiencing, like breath. So just take a few moments to explore the body. Really feeling the body with the body. Getting interested in those sensations. Using your physical awareness to explore them. If you get pulled into thoughts, just gently bring your attention back to the body. And if you're feeling some low-level anxiety and antsiness, a feeling of not wanting to do this, or not sure if you're doing it right, see if you can find that sensation in the body. Rather than getting tangled up in the thoughts, what does it feel like in the body to be a little anxious or a little unsure? Maybe there's just a slight restlessness. What does that feel like? What happens if you explore that restless feeling in the body without actually moving the body around? You can explore challenging sensations, but it's also completely okay to choose to turn away from the challenging sensations and explore a sensation that's not so uncomfortable. It doesn't mean that you resist or try to push away the uncomfortable sensation. You just choose to explore in another direction. Maybe coming back to the uncomfortable sensation when you feel ready. Or perhaps the uncomfortable sensation vanishes. That's totally possible too. if you're not accustomed to working with the body in this way, the mind can get really loud trying to pull you from the body. And that's totally okay. It's not a problem if you have a lot going on in your mind right now. All you need to do is, when you discover that you've been caught in thought, to just come back to the body. Come back to noticing the sensations in the body. And you might need to do that 100 times. That's okay. That's why it's called practicing. And in fact, each time that you get tangled up in thought and you recognize it and you come back to focusing on the body, you're strengthening that skill of mindfulness, of concentration. You're training your mind to pay attention to what you want to pay attention to. So as you've been exploring the sensations in the body, perhaps you've come across a spot that feels tender. It could feel tender in a pleasant way, could feel tender in an unpleasant way, or maybe it's a mix. It could feel just like a purely physical sensation, just a tenderness in the muscle. It also might be a tenderness that has an emotional quality to it. So if you have come across a sensation like this, or if you're aware of one now, I want you to put your attention there. And I want you to give yourself the gift of completely opening to that tenderness. Completely opening as much as is available tonight. Really allow that tenderness to exist. And defensiveness might come up. Tension might arise. So just notice that. And then, to the best of your ability, keep staying open to this tender area. Just gently touching it with your attention. Inviting awareness to land on this tenderness. Illuminate this tenderness. Put you in contact right here, right now, with this tenderness. It might feel a little bit like fear. It might feel a little bit like ecstasy. It might feel a little bit like pressing on a bruise. So be really gentle with yourself as you do this. We're not trying to aggressively explore this tender spot. Instead, we're just gently touching it. And wholeheartedly allowing it. Really inviting it to be a part of experience. Relax around the tenderness. Let go of the story of the tenderness. Instead, just feel it. Doesn't mean you need to quiet your mind. It just means that when you get tangled up in the thoughts about what's happening in the body, you come back to the body. So notice, does there start to grow this anxiety or this restlessness when you try to sit with this tender part of you? Does some anger arise? Judgment? Does the mind get really busy with random mundane things? Just noticing if any of that's happening, and then really gently just coming back to simply feeling this sensation in the body. Let your jaw and your shoulders go. Let the stomach release. And let go of trying to control or contain whatever tender experience is arising. Just allow yourself for just a few more minutes to be soft and open and available. To this part of yourself that is perhaps defended usually. Okay, so we're going to let this go entirely. Just let it go. And I want you to just take a moment to feel your butt on the cushion. Just feel that grounded sensation. Maybe it's a little sore, your legs or your butt from sitting. That's okay. Just let that be part of that grounded sensation. Just feel that. This is what it feels like to be sitting. Notice any heaviness in the legs. Just a sense of being grounded right here, right now. And feel your breath. Breath moving in and out of the body. And then from here, I want you to begin to smile. It can be a big smile or a little smile. And if you're feeling like you really don't want to smile, then I especially invite you to do it. Just start to put a smile on your face and feel that sensation of smile in the cheeks, around the eyes, maybe moving down the throat into the chest. And take a moment to imagine yourself happy, relaxed, free. What does that feel like? Happy, relaxed, free. How does the smile feel when you're happy, relaxed, and free? How does the body feel? Maybe you can see an image of your face, smiling, relaxed, happy, open. And for just a few minutes, really just give in to this. This visualization of yourself, relaxed, awake, unconditionally happy. Doesn't mean you're necessarily getting your way with everything, but it doesn't matter because there's an unconditional happiness that's much bigger than any one situation, any one desire or preference. And just use your imagination to reside there for just a few minutes. Unconditionally happy. There might be part of your mind that says, nope, that's not possible. And you don't need to shut that part of the mind up. In fact, that part probably needs some extra love. So if that's coming up for you a lot, perhaps take a moment to just offer that part of you some unconditional love and acceptance. You might say in the mind, I love you and accept you unconditionally. And then come back to this imagining, this visualization of unconditional happiness, freedom, relaxation. Keep smiling. Take just another moment here. Really give yourself this. It's okay if you have to fake it. Unconditionally happy. Awake, relaxed, free. Good. And now taking your time, you can begin to open your eyes.